Our company, Zemits and Hydrodiamond Facial, and I want to talk to you. A lot of you are already familiar. You have Verstant HD, but I want to talk about the new device that actually is a computer. It's like literally your personal assistant. And by joining to be a provider of this device, you actually get a lot of exposure. The exposure that chances are it might take you a while to do on your own, and basically the entire promotion, everything is going to be done for you. This is my baby. Let's applaud. This is her first public appearance. Is it her first public appearance? Second. Okay, second. But yeah, so this is I've been using it since a couple months. When did I start using it? In July? Yeah, so so far, so good. And a lot of you guys already know hydrodiamond technology itself, but because not all of you know, I just want to go over it really quickly first before we dive into the perks of this specific device itself, okay? So basically, this is a hydrodiamond technology, and it's all-in-one deep exfoliation, deep hydration, and rejuvenation. This something that can be used as a full treatment altogether, or it's something that can be incorporated in your existing treatments. A lot of you do dermaplanings here, and this is my absolutely favorite to add after dermaplaning because it can deeply hydrate the skin. It will rejuvenate the skin, remove the redness, remove the swelling. Because there is a cooling therapy, the cryotherapy, it also will feel really nice for a client. Same with, we were talking today about the chemical peels. Chemical peels are usually very tingly, they burn. So using a cryotherapy afterwards helps a lot for your client to feel much better. So basically, this is all in one. There's a hydrodermabrasion part where we exfoliate. We exfoliate using diamond tips, acrylic tips, or there's also an option to do the vacuum extractions. There's an option to do the serum infusion. If I have a model, if someone would volunteer, I can actually show you like on your face how it works. And then we also have a cryotherapy for face rejuvenation. Chemical peels, dermaplaning, face massages, acne facials, all of this can be incorporated and each modality can be used together. I personally, the vacuum extractions is something that I use pretty much all the time. Every time I do a custom facial, even if it's not like a full hydrodiamond facial, because when I do vacuum extractions, it feels much better for my client rather than doing it manually. Plus, the redness goes away much faster, and it's still, if you prepare the skin properly, it comes out like butter. There's nothing else you need to do. So this is something that I use all the time. For me, the throwing in as an add-on, this vacuum extraction doesn't cost me anything. I use a little bit of serums. You guys are already familiar. A lot of you are familiar with the serums. This serum would last me for about like 35 facials. And there's also a big bottle that would last like 100 facials. You don't need much, and that is the amazing thing about this facial. If you are not, for those who are not familiar with hydrodiamond facial, this is the thing that actually, one of the main things that not only it gives results, it also lets you make the actual money, because your consumables are just a little bit of serums. We do not dispose of our diamond tip or acrylic tip. We teach you how to sanitize it properly and safely for all clients. So basically, your consumable is just a little bit of serum, and a little bit of gel, gliding gel for cryotherapy, which allows you to put whatever you're charging, most of it, everything goes to your pocket. Just $2 you spend for these consumables, and the rest goes to your pocket. That would allow you, especially if you're a solo esthetician, and it's really hard to compete with like bigger spas. That will give you the leverage, that will give you the priority, because you will be able to put your prices on an adequate level and still make a good amount of money. These modalities, I personally like to incorporate to different facials. What makes this device special is that you don't have to buy it. Take this device for free, and and you only pay for the minutes that you're using it. So basically, this device is growing together with you, together with your business. If you only have one client a month, you only pay for those minutes that you used. You take the device, you put your credit card there. You also get $100 credit towards it. So basically, you will probably less. I think it was whatever. I don't know the price. He's supposed to know. But yeah, you basically are renting this device, and you only will be paying when you're actually using it, which is very convenient. And I think I wish this option existed when I was opening my studio, because it was very scary for me to invest in something. What if I buy this now and then I won't have clients? Like, what do I do in this case? So I feel like this model is great for everyone, but like especially if you're just starting out, if you're not sure, this would be a great way. What it does, this device is basically a computer. It's connected to the internet. It has the access to it counts how many treatments you did. It has the client's information. For now, it doesn't have client's information for now, but it will. Yeah, I still didn't even have a chance to fully dive in because there are so many things here. But basically, there are all pre-programmed protocols. These protocols were made by estheticians. We've been testing this device for a while, and we just came up with the best protocols. It has all of the information. It counts how many treatments you did this week or this month. It constantly has updates for education. So it's like a continuous education. It's like your personal assistant. Plus, it looks really nice. I think it looks very luxurious. This is a pay-per-minute device. Amazing stuff. Amazing thing about becoming a provider is you are going to be exposed to your potential clients. Zemits does all of the hard work, which is promoting your spa. It's not going to be a lot of places in Manhattan. I think it's going to be only 7 of us. You're going to be promoted by Zemits, and the less people, the better, right? Because you're the one who people are going to be choosing. And then New Jersey, Brooklyn, Williamsburg, Queens, San Diego, Los Angeles, and Connecticut. Yeah, basically, I know that there's one here in Manhattan and there's one in Brooklyn now. That's all I know, but I don't know, maybe. So basically, the point is that what Zemits will do, they will promote you like everywhere, like literally on Times Square. So the marketing is being taken care of if you are part of this provider system. So basically, it tracks all of the treatments, it tracks your bookings. It will have, for now, it's still in the works because this is like a super new device. But it will have an app that your clients will be able to download with post-care. Your client will be able to get like post-care tips and all of that. So there will be a special app for clients in the future. Still, there's the good thing about this device is that it automatically updates. So sometimes you will go and you will see, oh, there's some new feature. So you don't have to like someone to come in, and you don't need to like update modalities. Everything is going to be done remotely, and it's very, very convenient. It's literally like a computer. You know how Apple has this when you call them and they fix something and you see how the arrow is moving and someone is doing something? Same thing here. So in the first months of becoming a provider for this Hydra Diamond device, Zemits connects you with 5 local influencers. That guarantees you exposure. So those influencers, they will post about the treatment itself and obviously tagging your location, your spa, or whatever you have, or whether you're a solo esthetician. So this is a very, very good. I don't know if you guys ever raise your hands who dealt with influencers on Instagram. Because for me, that was like something that really skyrocketed my business. I opened in December of 2022 when I went solo. I was trying to do everything on my own. And then in May 2023. That's when I had my first influencer. First couple influencers, they were okay. So it's kind of like a hit or miss with them. And then the next influencer, that's when I remember she left. She posted something and then I just started like new booking. I had to, and then on Instagram, because I only had like 2.5 followers back then. So I needed, like I had notifications on my Instagram. I had to turn it off because I started having followers. So if you haven't already, you are underestimating how powerful those people are. This is crazy. So having an influencer coming in and promoting your business, tagging your business, it gives you a crazy amount of exposure. All your job is like literally to just do a treatment for them so they like it and that's it. Yeah, so and then Zemits helps to advertise your spa or your treatment, your solo aesthetics studio, whatever, across the big platforms, Facebook, Instagram. You get $100 credit in the beginning to use this device. And then after that credit expires, you just have your own credit card that is connected to this. If you ran out of your credits during the treatment, you will be able to finish the treatment still. Obviously, we're not going to do that too, like in the middle of the treatment. Yeah, then you will be able to catch up later. So it's very easy. And again, if you're just starting out or you're overwhelmed, you don't know which device to choose, this could be a great way to start with. You're literally like renting a device, you don't own it, which is great. I swear in my life I knew people would ask that question. I have no idea. Can they give their back and get this one? Okay, so it does not, you have meso and you have radio frequency. It doesn't have. Basically a Dermalox. But instead of cooling therapy, there is a cryotherapy, which is an absolutely game changer, right? I'm obsessed with cryotherapy. It's colder. It goes below zero. Yeah. Yeah. So it's absolutely amazing. You got radio frequency and mesotherapy. Verston HD is amazing. Like honestly, I keep like thinking why I don't have Verston HD, but no, it's amazing. You got an amazing device. It's like what, 8-in-1, 7-in-1. Yeah. So you still got an amazing device. However, yeah, so these are some of the before and afters. Personally, this is my work and this is what I think some of you who were here at this event in July, I probably showed you this picture. This is the cooling therapy. So we did a chemical peel and she got super red. And then we did like 5 or 7 minutes of cooling therapy and you see how much redness subsided. I mean, she obviously is still red, but these are just her post-acne pigmentation. But like I could have sent her home this looking like this, or I sent her home looking like this. This is much better. The rest is not my work, but these are the before and afters of our estheticians who are brand ambassadors for Zemits, and these are the results that they are able to achieve using the Hydro Diamond technology. This is also my client. You see how red she is here, and you see how much less red she's here. We did dermaplaning with chemical peel. She got super red. Then I did serum infusion and I did cooling therapy, cryotherapy, and this is how much less red she looks. Yeah, you see how much more glowy, but like a lot of you, as I said, do you guys want to try it on someone? Yeah. You have makeup on? Okay, someone without makeup. Yeah, do you want to try it? Come here, I'm just gonna, because I know some people know how to use it, but like, I don't know, I think they just promote your business, like they don't ask you to send them before and afters. Yeah, you don't have to. If you absolutely want to share with the world your results, Zemits is happy, but like you don't have to, you're not obligated to do that, okay? You will be using probably maybe like 15 minutes because you don't need to use for the entire 70 minutes, right? Because let's say my Hydro Diamond facial is 60 minutes, right? First 4 minutes, what I'm doing, I'm double cleansing. Then I'm putting an enzyme mask. Then while enzyme mask is on, I'm massaging my client's scalp or neck. I'm removing that mask, and this is when I start using the exfoliation part. That is like, I don't know, few minutes. Then you move to like the next part, whatever you do. Do you need like manual extractions? Okay, if not, good. then you can put like a mask or whatever you want, and then you do the serum infusion, which is just like a minute, and then you do the cryotherapy, which is usually the longest, but it feels amazing for your client. So basically, out of the entire treatment, you're not going to be using it for 60 minutes. Maybe 15, yeah.
So you 15 to 20?
Probably, yes. Probably, yeah. Yeah. And remember that the tips are reusable. So basically, your consumables are just a little bit of serums, and that's it. All right, ladies. So basically, this would be the maximum. I put too much, but I know I'm not gonna do the entire facial. Yeah, but yeah. This is the amount of serums. This is I'm just showing the amount of serum that I usually use. This is actually a little bit too much I put. This is salicylic pure. This is salicylic. Yeah? For treatments? Yeah. So we teach you how to sanitize them, but basically what I usually do, you will see some debris, like a physical debris on the tip. So normally I would first clean it with an antimicrobial soap to remove the physical debris. Then I would throw it in the barbicide for like 20 minutes. You know what? You can throw it first in alcohol then, and then throw it in barbicide. As your last step, you would I would remove the barbicide, just wash it, clean it with water, and then put it in the UV sterilizer. I would not recommend to put it in the alcohol. Chances are the acrylic tips will melt. For those who doesn't know, as I said previously, we only use the amount of serums that we actually need. We don't waste the serums. So I just apply the serum directly where I'm working on. Then here because I operate this machine, I already know it with my eyes closed, but like usually you would just choose the protocol with whatever you want to work. Are you working with pigmentation? Are you working with more acne? However, you know that most people, they have both problems, this and that. So you will just eventually, you just like come up with your own protocols. So let's say I charge like $220 for a hydrodiamond facial. So yeah, it's a 60-minute treatment, but we were just talking about it. Just, remember, it's not 60 minutes that you're going to be using the machine, right? You start with double cleansing, and that one is about what, 4 minutes. I usually do a lot of double cleansing, especially the first step, because when I do the oil cleansing, I like to massage so person can relax. That's why like 4 or 5 minutes for double cleansing. Then I usually do some enzyme mask, because the better I prepare the skin, sorry, it's like a little inconvenient to go. Are you feeling okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so what we're doing right now, we're exfoliating the skin. And I'm using the diamond tip. And the serum that I'm using, it's a salicylic acid serum. It has a little bit of concentration of salicylic acid, so it's not going to irritate your client's skin, but also will gently exfoliate it. So we're doing a double exfoliation here, physical and chemical. I'm just going to do your forehead, okay? If you prepare the skin properly, usually this step already gives like a very nice glow to your client. I like to apply. If you have been to a previous event in July, I was talking about my protocols there. I really like to do the enzyme mask after double cleansing before this step. For some reason, I like caviar lime after extractions. Because I feel like it tightens the pores, and I don't want her pores to be tightened before I exfoliate. So Circadia has this really good enzyme masks that you might want to take a look. I'm telling you, it's all about proper preparation of the skin. Like, you will still get great results, but it makes a huge difference, and it gives your client a more long-lasting result. I love the Glymed chocolate mask. Smells amazing. Yeah, like cookies and chocolate. And what I like, so Circadia, if you guys are familiar with Circadia brand, they also have the enzyme chocolate mask. I'm obsessed with it. It smells amazing. However, so it's called chocolate enzyme. Oh, no, not chocolate. Cacao, whatever. Yeah, raspberry and something else. It smells like chocolate. That's why I call it chocolate. It's amazing, but you know what I don't like about it is that it's pain in the back to remove it because it gets dry. So by the time I get to this part, I'm already exhausted removing that mask. It's stubborn. You have to like be a little bit persistent with it. And that's why I switched to Glymed chocolate mask. It's actually called chocolate mask, not a cacao, whatever. But that one is like creamy. So you can remove it. It's very easy to remove. And I noticed how, like with Hydra Diamond, it works amazing. So I do double cleansing. Then I would do the chocolate mask from Glymed, or I would do like a chocolate cocoa from, or like there's also, if the client has acne, face reality enzyme hydrating mask. That one is also nice and it softens the pores. So whatever you can help, very gentle, exactly, yeah. If I'm dealing with like dehydrated, yeah, so basically the better you prepare the skin, the better the next step will be, yes. So basically here, let's say I used it, so far, did it feel comfortable? Yeah? Yeah, so this, the diamond tip is a little bit more aggressive, you probably felt, right? Than acrylic tip, but they both are great for exfoliation. And then each serum is designed for each skincare concern, okay? So basically we have I used the salicylic for you, but there's also glycolic serum. There's also clients love this step, yes, because they always say like how they've never felt anything like that. Yeah. I would just normally put like goggles on my client's face, and then I would just infuse the serum that I previously put in the gun. And this is a great way to, kind of like a fancy way to apply the serum on client's face. Any serum can basically be used as long as it's water-based. Does it feel okay? Usually after, what? No? Bad?
That was really good.
Okay. Yeah, like imagine if the client is like relaxing and they've been through some manipulations now. You were just extracting their pimples. So this feels usually really, really nice. You can also do this. This is kind of like mist, really nice. This is what I do to myself when I'm in, just like in summer, just like hydrate myself. And obviously this doesn't have to be sanitized, so it can be used on anyone. So usually I just put goggles. This is like a nice way to apply the serum, and this is something that I add to dermaplanings, to pretty much honestly all of my facials. Even though all of these together are Hydra Diamond facial, I feel like I still add most of them onto my even regular customized facials. Then we have the cryo, and cryo is my favorite. You know, Zemet has to come up with well, we have cryo. Zemet has cryo. Yes. But it's big. It's like this. You see, you get a device. It's not this industry is so fast evolving. So there's always going to be something that you got a product and oh my God, now they have another product. It just happens all the time. Basically how it works, it has to work with water, distilled water inside, and this is how it runs on. So it just goes like from behind here, and this is what helps the machine to like cool down. You see, it shows the temperature. For example, I want it on -10 Celsius. Like I want it on -10, but it doesn't go below 24. So something is wrong with water there. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I wanted you to feel, because this is my favorite. Hydra Dermalax never goes below 0. This one does. This will go lower. This won't go lower than -10, but -10 by Celsius. So it's like it's pretty cold. Yes, it's very cold. But then, you know, your skin starts resisting once you apply it. And obviously it doesn't feel as cold anymore. And I used to start with forehead, but now I start using it on cheeks first, because I feel like on forehead it's more sensitive than on the cheek. Summarizing everything is, this is your pay-per-minute device. You become a part of a networking system where you're being exposed, you're being promoted, that influencers are being invited to your treatments, to services, and promote your business. The device is updating constantly, so constantly has new educational projects, and it will be just like more and more in the future, because this is just like still super new. This is just the protocols that we were going over previously. For those who is not familiar with the Hydra Diamond technology, basically as your first step, obviously your first step is a double cleansing, right? But then when we go to Hydra Diamond, we apply the serum directly on the skin. Then we perform the exfoliation using the diamond tip, the acrylic tip. This is a hydrodermabrasion. We are doing dermabrasion, but on the wet skin. After the exfoliation, we do the extractions using the same tip, but just the same wand for extraction, just like different tip. It will be more narrow, and that's perfect for extractions. I usually do it on the nose and chin. And then if a client needs some extractions on the cheek, I usually just do it manually, just because I feel like this might bruise the client, doing it on the cheeks. And then this is up to you. Here it says oxygen serum infusion, and then it says the cryotherapy. However, sometimes I switch them, and that would be why I switch them, is because I want to shorten the treatment, because for some reason, like let's say manual extractions took too long. So I want to shorten the treatment, but I still want to do a mask and a cryo together. So I would just combine it. I would take a gliding mask, like a gel mask from Circadia. Like, I see your point, and every single product that I ever brought in my treatment room, I tried on myself. My skin is so resilient because I tried every single peel, every single whatever. And to this day, there are so many brands that I haven't tried and I want to try it. So I've tried first on myself. What I do is when I go out, before I go out, I do a cryo on myself, because I like this like lifted kind of like look. So I always do it with Firming Genius. And on top of that, I put a makeup. And I never, ever, ever feel sticky. And that's what I was going to say, because this is what makes Zemit's Firming Genius gel stand out, because it's not sticky, unlike a lot of conductive gels. However, sometimes instead of oxygen, I would first do the cooling therapy, but using, let's say, with a mask. Like I have this mask from Circadia, Snow Algae. So I would do it over. So basically, I'm hydrating and calming down the skin using that mask, but also I'm cooling it. So I'm kind of, it was something that I was supposed to do separately. I was supposed to apply a mask and then do cooling. I want to connect it because I'm running out of time. Let's say the client booked this facial, but she was late or something like that, but I still want to pack as much as I can. No, I don't leave it, but I remove it, and then I would do the oxygen. So it means that oxygen is the last step. For the cryotherapy, there's no contradictions. Besides, there is a syndrome that like I just know it exists because I was doing the research, but that's like the only thing, is the when the person cannot tolerate the cold temperature. By this time of the age, by the age of 5, they usually know they have it, and it's super rare. However, this is a very, very holistic approach. This is super safe for everyone. It's not a cryo that shoots the cryogen gas. So it's not that. It doesn't work with gas. You just put a distilled water in it, okay? And that's it. It does go below 0. Then once you start using it, your skin resists. So the skin starts warming it up. So your goal is to go slower and to stay longer on that area. And the smaller area you choose to work on, obviously, the better the cold will feel, okay? But you see the temperature here, and I usually just do it on the lowest. Unfortunately, there is a technical issue, and we cannot show you how it goes. And this is like my favorite ever modality. I apologize. It's amazing, and it's something that is a good finishing touch for every facial. It's a nice way to wake your client up, to kind of like energize them. And it's a nice way to remove redness, to remove the swelling. every single client comments on how great it feels. Some in the beginning they might freak out a little, like, "Whoa, what is that called?" But then they actually love it, especially if you did extractions and you did so much in manipulations, and the skin is like literally vibrating from the pain. Then this is a very nice add-on. And obviously, if you treat rosacea clients, this is also a great way. I think there's something with water intake, because like it doesn't go, the temperature doesn't drop, but like technical things, it happens. So yeah, if you guys are interested to become a provider for this device, what you need to do is you are scan this barcode, and then I'll come back to it. I'll leave it later. And then you fill out the form, you show your location, just a few pictures of your studio. It doesn't have to be like a fancy spa, just like whatever cozy space that you created. And then you get approved within a couple of days. And then you just sign the agreement online and you go from there. And this is the barcode to scan if you're interested to become a provider. The thing that, one more thing that I love about its hydrodiamond technology is that it gives instant results, really, no matter whether you're providing like a fast express facial, which is like 25-30 minutes, or you're doing a full treatment like I do, like 60 to 70 minute treatment. It will still give great results to your client if the client like literally sees the glow right away. And this is my favorite thing about it, because we are, you know, in New York, it's fast paced, people want like the results right now. So this is very helpful. This is the treatment that can be done several, like just like as a package, you can sell it. And if your client is interested in coming for this treatment, then it has to be every 4 weeks or like something like that. It can be spaced. This is most popular treatment in my treatment room. I started with using Dermalux. You have Dermalux? Yeah, so that's where I started, and then I've been using it until like this summer, and then I got this one as a demo version. Yeah, now of course I'm obsessed with cryotherapy now, as I use that. But yeah, it's like still pretty much you're still doing a hydrodiamond facial. You just are not using the cryo, and you obviously don't have the screen, right? Yeah. You will probably use it about 15-20 minutes. So you're like, you double cleanse, then you do a few minutes of exfoliation, and then cryotherapy would be probably the longest. It really depends on how severe the skin, how severely red the skin is, but I would do at least like 7 minutes, okay? Not like all over the face, like couple minutes. I have a specifically, probably with paper minute it's not going to work, but I'm still going to say I have a cryotherapy, like a standalone Cool Restore Elegance from Zemitz. It's just cryo for body and for face. And I have a full facial that only uses cryo. So it's like a double cleansing, and then I do a quick mask from like Circadia, something like raspberry enzyme, and then I just do the cryo for like 30 minutes. Freezes your face. It's like a porcelain skin. Amazing, yeah. You see, sometimes you will need a little bit less or more time for like vacuum extractions, let's say, right? Sometimes the skin is not very congested, so you're not gonna do vacuum extractions. Yeah, like for example, with aging clients, I never, like they usually don't have blackheads. I don't even use vacuum extractions. I would do the physical exfoliation, right? The diamond tips, acrylic tips, and then I would just jump to cryo and oxygen. Yeah, I wouldn't even do. So it really depends, but between, then some people need a little more cryo because they're too red, or like you want to focus more on inflamed acne. For that person, I would focus on cryo. But for that person, you are not going to do, if it's inflamed acne, you're not going to do this. So basically, in total, it will still be 15 to 20 minutes. Okay? You just have to use it mindfully. But again, the thing is that it's good that you're not paying for something that you're making money and then you're giving, and you don't have to buy this device. So if you're interested in like buying the hydrodiamond technology, then yeah, the other Dermalux, or like girls have Versand HD, but like this specific one is designed to be remotely updated and designed to be kind of like a pay per minute device, okay? If I do dermaplaning, I first start with dermaplaning and then I go with the rest. The only thing is that I probably will not be using this, the diamond tip after dermaplaning, just because a lot of exfoliation, too much, yeah. So I would just go with acrylic tip and a vacuum extraction. I actually sometimes, when this is a new client and I want to give them something like add-on for free, most of the times this is what I would do. I would, after dermaplaning, I would throw the vacuum extractions, because it immediately, you probably saw that a lot. You do the dermaplaning, the skin is amazing, but those black heads on the nose, like even though you kind of like cut them with the blade, they're still there. And because they come out so easily, this is going to take me 40 seconds to extract them very quickly. And this is something that will elevate their experience, elevate their results, give them like a better long-lasting results, and doesn't cost me anything. I would just take a drop of serum, put it on their nose and do it. Yeah, so dermaplaning first and then the rest. And then if we're talking chemical peel, same. First chemical peel and then the rest. With chemical peel, you have to see, because some chemical peels, they don't allow cryo after. Like I'm not sure which one. I think it's mostly for medical, more like medium strength peels. I don't do those. I only do the superficial. I know for sure that BioRepeal allows that, and it actually feels amazing. And on myself, I noticed how much better my skin looks after the chemical peel if I did cryo. Like Face Reality, they don't have it in protocol. I don't think they have anything about the cold therapy, but they do ask you to use their products afterwards. I still add, if the client has inflamed acne, cryo always will be there, because this is just like, it's so much, it's amazing how it improves the redness, yeah. And then with PCA also I always use, but I know there are probably some protocols that wouldn't allow you to do that. So that is honestly up to you. PCA you can, yeah, I do PCA, so it's fine. When I do microneedling on myself, I do cryotherapy even on broken skin. The only thing is that instead of using the firming Genius gel, which is, it's very nice, it's very gentle, so it's not like I'm afraid to use it. It's just I have the leftovers from when I used to offer microneedling. I have leftovers from this brand called Anti-Age, and they have a hyaluronic serum actually for gliding. It's just for gliding. So it's pricey. It's good. They have a lot of products for microneedling. So I used to use their serums when I offered microneedling, and the serums, I'm done with them, but I still have a lot of leftovers of that hyaluronic acid. So I do the cryotherapy just using, for gliding, I just use another product. You can play around, you can customize as much as you can. The only thing is that here in the gun for serum infusion, you don't want to put anything that's like oily and thick texture. Everything that's water-based is perfect. Sometimes I would put, because I work with Face Reality, I would put their toner, the salicylic acid toner, and I would literally just like infuse it in the pimple, like very deeply. You know, sometimes after extractions, there's like a huge hole left. So you always just infuse it so it just penetrates like to the brain. Okay. Yeah, so instead of this serum, I would just put a water-based salicylic from, as long as it's water-based, it's fine. I was shocked when I became a brand ambassador a little bit later before I learned. So first I learned about the brand. I got a couple handhelds from them. And I remember how I was looking at Dermalux and I was like, why is this price? It's like kind of too cheap. It's because like you kind of are used to something. Yeah. And I didn't know Zemets back. Like I knew just their handhelds, but I was never thinking that I would be standing here representing Zemets ever. So I remember thinking it was very kind of, what's the catch, you know? But then when I started working with them, I was like, there's no catch. This is normal that it's a cost this way. This is how it's supposed to cost, as opposed to that $60,000 device, which is like, for what? You guys are amazing crowd. Seriously, like, I know, I feel like we had such a friendly atmosphere today, which is like not always happens. Like people some people see us as we are like competitors. So people are like a little bit too reserved. But I really, really love how like you all listened and shared a little bit of your experience. So this is really like, thank you so much for coming. And it means a lot, seriously.